Well, it is the autumn equinox today. It's actually happening right now. Um, September 22nd, 2022. It's been a good day. And I just got back. I was thinking about being prepared for change, being prepared for the unexpected, as if. I can only report that I'm better equipped today than yesterday and the day before that. Ups and downs, trends, but trending progress. Setbacks too, but overall, over the course, getting better and gaining traction, having a foundation and reference points and more or less stability. It's hard to say. It's more of a fluid reality than maybe it once was, where I just assumed things were the way they were. Now it's, I've debated over it, and I'm still working on it. The devil may care, devil may cry, or angel may care, angel may cry, dialectics, or even what any of that all means. Sometimes I run across phrases and I can study them or think about them and read into them far too much. And sometimes there's more there that I don't even realize, other angles, other aspects, other agencies, the utility of it all, and how it can be incorporated into actual, into action or into madness, really. I was introduced into ideas at an age before I was ready to actually process them. Some philosophical topics that some people were just able to treat them, as oh, it's an interesting thing, and then forget it, not actually think about it, or just, it's just something you memorized for a class and then let go of is well, that was interesting, and then they don't, yeah. But me, it was being introduced into a paradox, and it's an unsolvable thought with no answer, and it just algorithms of paradoxes, and it's I'm still working on it. It's okay, and it's I haven't reached a conclusion on any of it. The best I can do is okay, well, here's a good enough answer. I'm just going to set that aside, work on something else, think about something else, not let it drive me, in circles. And I guess my neighbor is back. But anyway, now at least I recognize that I don't have to beat myself up over any of it. And also realize that there is no answer, and no one else has any better idea, in the same questions and phenomena, and it's yeah, this has been going on for thousands of years. As soon as humanity started to ponder its own being and existence and reality and the stars and the cosmos and our place in it, and relevance and significance and consequence and the ego, the id, the superego, all that stuff, philosophy and psychology, and how little a lot of it matters in the long run. Only here for a short time, and what we make of it is what we make of it, and so anyway, I was thinking about being prepared or better equipped for change. because change happens, whether I recognize it or not, want it or not, accept it or not, like it or not. It does happen. And I'm still just, sometimes I get upset that it feels like I have a better approximation of a situation than other people. It's like I've always been the one to defer to other people, that they know what they're doing, that they are the ones that have more experience. They understand what's going on. Because I always just felt like, well, I hope you know what's going on, because I don't. So I would always defer to other people. And it's like, they have no idea. They're so lost that they don't even know that they're lost. So I'm actually better off just being lost. At least I know I'm lost. And I can kind of just deal with things in constructive ways instead of destructive ways. So I have more tools in the arsenal. I put it today about, it's like I used to have, like, I was just trying to come up with something. An example, an analogy. And I was like, I used to have like a bag of marbles with only 2 marbles inside, and sometimes they clack together. And, as far as like, I was putting it in terms of active alcoholism. And now, today, I have got like a whole sack of marbles. And every so often I lose one, but I have access to more marbles, and I just have a collection of marbles, and I haven't lost all my marbles. And so, I just keep adding marbles, pearls of wisdom, ways of thinking about things, ways of perceiving the world around me that enable me to not fall apart and lose all sense of identity, purpose, reason, sanity, and just give up and shut down. So I really want to sometimes, for extended periods, to just give up, shut down, disappear, and just fall silent, and just never have to say anything ever again. Life isn't easy for me. And it's not like a shameful thing to admit that. I've always had problems, but I've always just had difficulty admitting that I was experiencing a different reality than the one that other people appeared to be in. So it's like, and I still don't talk about it because I get afraid that other people will find out and then somehow be able to use that knowledge to manipulate me or coerce me or trick me into, into doing things that they would want me to do instead of things that are anywhere near good for me or healthy for me. I can be tricked into, believing a lot of things that just aren't true. A little bit of brainwashing as far as recovery goes. You need a little bit of an infusion of new ideas, because my ideas at the time were unstable, inaccurate, and unhealthy, and borderline just giving up. So I needed something, a template, to work off of. And using that template, I've gone further. And I wasn't supposed to. It's dangerous to go further. People would it feels like people would prefer that I just stay with the template, don't think beyond a certain, it's like, I can't help it. That would be denying who it is I am. So it is my own, to my own lasting chagrin, if I should ever return to how I used to do things. And, it would be a short experience. It wouldn't last long. I wouldn't forgive myself. I would, yeah. So I try to forgive myself in advance for all the things I don't know, because I have the opportunity to learn and the chance at choice today that I didn't have before. So that's where the sanguine mindedness comes from. Some people might mistake it for stoicism. I don't think so. But it was a good day today. I had a nice morning and took a lot of pictures and some video of the sunrise. And the sun cooperated. How nice of it. And then afterwards, went for a half marathon's worth of miles and time. Went over actually a marathon distance, just to be sure, because I'm running time. So I almost went 14 miles, but I decided to just go ahead and, I was thinking, my knees will, and my ankle, it's like, they are starting to protest. So I will, I'm not under any pressure, and no one knows, and no one's watching or caring about how it is I'm doing these things. So it's like I'm the only one, and monitoring and keeping track, and I am the adjudicator of what passes as a good day or a good run. So it's like I can choose to feel good about whatever it is I accomplish or achieve, or I can choose to feel bad about it. And at the podcast I noticed today was about this culture of achievement and productivity and burnout as a result. Because it's never enough. Enough is never enough. You're always expected more. And people just want more and expect more. And that ableism, that and whatever you were able to accomplish in one day, well, you're expected to be able to accomplish that the next day and every day. And why not more? Why can't you do more? Can't you do more? You did this. Why don't you just add another task and add another task and add another task? And it's like, so. Whereas, like, it used to be just more like, hey, you're showing up every day on time, and putting in a good day's work. That's great. Now it's just, it becomes. Of course, I don't think that's going to be any different anywhere. Maybe it is, I don't know. But at least in this society, this culture, this civilization, this colonization, I don't know, it's difficult. But I was and am a little scared, a little disturbed of this podcast, because of possibly being introduced into ideas that will consume me, and I will run into a paradox that I can't escape from, and will just basically, shut me down. So anyway, I just have to proceed at my own caution and discretion, and try not to take it too seriously, because it's yeah. I don't know how other people are able to just deal with these things and then continue to be just live a regular life. It's like me. It's like, I don't know. It's just so anyway. I don't really have anything else. But it was a good meeting tonight. And yeah, so yeah, that was my run. What was that? 11, 11, 11 incrementals. And yeah, that is. Yep. And in case you missed it, how's the autumn equinox? Temperatures are appropriate for this time of year. And leaves are turning. So, anyway, call it a night and tuck in and get ready for a day at it tomorrow. I can afford my problems today. I can afford my life today. I can afford the inconveniences too. And some of the things that go on that I don't talk about. It's like psychic tormentors. So I'm working on it. So I might have more to say about that at another time, but not now. It's still ongoing, and I still haven't seemingly been convincingly adamant in how I am addressing it. I would have thought that my silence and refusal to communicate would have been enough by now, but they are still harassing me at work. That's crazy. And it's becoming deleterious to my mental state and interfering with my ability to stay in a calm place. So I will be dealing with that in the morning. And I gotta figure this. Give people time. If they don't get it, give them more time. Just maintain a position and do not deviate from that position, and they will eventually give up and go away. They have to. I mean, right? So, and I've got witnesses, so it's not just me seeing it and just being, there are other people that see now too. I'm calling attention to it, making sure more eyes are on it. So, yeah. Because people like that don't like to be noticed, don't like to be seen. And the last thing I want to do is be caught alone with them. And then anything can happen, anything, and then that's like, well, it's just, so that's dangerous. So, threatening. So,